Welcome to Paragon the Overprime. Now I know what you're thinking, didn't Paragon shut down in 2018? Yeah, but this is a new Paragon made by NetLab using the assets of the old Paragon. Also, not to be confused with predecessor or fault. For all the vets who played old Paragon, this game is basically the same besides a few new features like a new map, different abilities for certain heroes, and different buffs. Stuff that you'll be able to adjust to and pick up on pretty quickly. As for the new players, I'm gonna try to dumb this down as much as possible. Paragon the Overprime is your typical MOBA. There's 3 lanes and a jungle. There are 5 roles which consist of jungle, solo, mid, carry, and support. The objective is the same as all other MOBAs, destroying the enemy base, kill enemy players, take jungle buffs that aid your team, yada yada yada. Time to talk about roles. Jungle's up first, which is where you have your tanks, bruisers, assassins, and Gideon. Your job as a jungler is to help your laners get ahead by ganking. Securing jungle objectives like Prime Spirit, Prime Underling, and Orb Prime.
No shot.
And feed the enemy team when you're ahead because you have no brain. Next up is solo lane, which is my favorite lane. Solo lane is typically used for bruisers, tanks, or assassins, but I throw pretty much anyone here. Like Decker.
Alright, so now you're stuck here. What you gonna do, dumbass? Huh? What you gonna do, dumbass?
That's better. Need more time.
Come on, bro.
But if I'm playing ranked, I'm most likely gonna play Grux or Savarog, since playing anyone else is inting. Time for mid lane. Mid is primarily for mages, but you'll get the occasional ranger who doesn't like playing duo lane but still wants to play Twin Blast or Revenant. In mid you're surrounded by both sides of the jungle, so wards are a necessity since you could get ganked from either side at any time. Also, don't be a bitch. Once the lane is pushed, turn into Sonic and run to other lanes to gank, even if the lane you're ganking doesn't need your help.
Get the fuck out of here, weirdo.
What do you mean? I want to kill.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Now time for duo lane. This is where Discord mods and e-kittens go to mingle. For this lane to work, you have to trust each other and not do dumb shit, which for some, is harder than it sounds.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
A goal to keep in mind for this lane is that you want to make the enemy team's carry useless so that you and your team can have more damage than them. Your main focus should always be the carry, unless the support is bad, in which case capitalize on that and take them out for easy gold. Here's a demonstration of what happens when this goal isn't followed.
Wraith, please! Wraith, please!
Notice how my Wraith didn't shoot the one-shot Murdoch? That's what happens when you have no shared goal, or brain. You also need to keep an eye out for people ganking. So make sure to ward, check your mini-map, and look for movement in bushes. Another goal to keep in mind is to help your jungler get control of the jungle next to your lane. Since Prime Spirit spawns next to your lane, it helps to have priority over the enemy team to secure the buff. Now time to talk about the buffs and what they do. Prime Spirit is up first and is basically Dragon or Fury. Depending on which element of it spawns, you and minions will gain stats that won't matter until you've gotten like 3 of those shits. Next up is Prime Underling, which is basically Rift Herald. If you're the holder of Underling, then you want to place this motherfucker directly on the tower to maximize its damage. You can also place it on top of enemies and other buffs to deal damage. Last but not least is the big boy, Orb Prime. Orb Prime back in beta was a little more threatening since at the time killing Prime would deal damage to any enemy player on the field, which made for some pretty confusing moments.
What?
Prime killed you! Yeah!
Now he just does hella damage to enemy structures, and if gotten at a low enough core health can literally just outright end the game. Alright, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if I taught you something new or made you laugh, you should leave a like. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask below in the comments below. Have a good one. Shit, I forgot the fucking portals.